Hello, welcome to Miemie's Keepsakes. I'm Arnell and I am back with a Thrifty Thursday, Thrifty Canucks, and Thrifted Treasures. I will have all the details in my description box, so please go look there and look for other people that's doing thrift hauls. I found these little frames. They're nothing special. They're plastic frames, probably just cheap, maybe 80s, 90s. But I was looking for really small frames to go behind a display in one of my bookcases, and these are the perfect size with vintage images in there, so I'm very happy. That's a project that I don't have to look for anymore. And I did find quite a bit of things that I was collecting for projects to finish off this week, so I'm very happy with my finds. Even though you might think you already have 1,000 of these, but it's because I do need a big quantity for my projects, but we'll get to that. I found these two brooches. They are just beautiful. I think they're like porcelain. I love to use them for wraparound on journals, or when I package my journal up to mail out, I like to add a brooch, wrap it in a doily and add a brooch. And then I found some button cards. Unfortunately, they wrote the price on the button cards, and these button cards aren't very old, but I do like the print on the button cards, and I can just add a flower or something to decorate it, a little bit of ink, and it's probably still vintage, these button cards. I especially like these two. I always look for thin buttons on a button card that's sewn on, and I can just put glue here and here, and it becomes a little tuck spot at the edge of a page, and it doesn't cause too much bulk. So these two will be used for that. And then I found this belt. I love the texture of this belt and the colors. And it says Camp Hill Village Community of Ireland, and it's handmade. So it is, again, it could be a wrap around a journal, would be nice even on a spine. Love that. Then this is one of the projects that I've been collecting for. We have my husband's grandmother's table. It's an incredibly long table. It seats 12 people, and I always have to make tablecloths for it. And once on Pinterest I saw a tablecloth that a lady made from these kind of tea towels that you buy when you're on vacation, and sometimes they'll have calendars on it. So I've been collecting these to make my table. And this one is from York, and we've been to York, so that is a nice reminder of that. And this one is York too, but that one actually looks way older than this one. I think this one would be a newer one. It doesn't have a date on there. And they're a little bit big. I'm sorry, I can't show you the whole thing. Let me just get the button cards out of the way. But I'm very happy that I found these, because I don't always find them, and sometimes when you do find them, they can be very expensive lately. So I haven't found a lot of them lately, but I think with this batch that I found, I'll be able to finish my tablecloth. And if I finish my tablecloth, I'll either put it on Pinterest, on Pinterest, or my website, or Instagram and Facebook. So keep your eyes open. It might be showing up soon. This one is from Ireland. And then I found more wool. I just dropped something. This pink wool, it's like an eyelash wool, and it looks like a puppy that needs in desperate need of some grooming. It's just polyester, nothing fancy, but I think I love this to couch onto the edges of my slow stitch projects. This thing, I think if you couch it on in a circle, it would make like a cute looking flower maybe. Anyway, and on the edges of journals tags. And this one, same thing. I love the color. It's like a turquoise and green together, but it's nice and flat with texture, and if you couch it on, especially for letters, I think this will work really well. And this doily, I need to wash it, but I'm going to add this to my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Volume 4. I think it will go perfectly with what I've put together. I will have a video of that soon. And for my treasure hunt, that's what they're doing this volume for the next 6 months. And then I have been collecting hankies and lightweight crochet doilies, because I want to make a curtain. I need to make 2 curtain panels for my window here in my craft room. So it's not a window really, it is a full-size garage door, but it's all like glass panel. When I do this walkthrough, I'll show you, but I wanted to finish this curtain before I record that. So this week I was very happy. I found Hankies last time and again this week, so I think I have now enough hankies and crochet doilies to finish my curtains. I'm very excited. So this one, obviously they need to be washed, but I'm looking for like this thinner hanky that when I sew it on, you just kind of sew the 4 corners on, and then when you move the curtain or take it away, it creates some movement in the hankies. Anyway, I saw this a while ago as well, and then you have to, that was just the perfect idea for my window. So anyway, I'm working on that, and these are going to be perfect for that. It will add some color because I'm just going to put 2 white panels behind, and because it's so big, I actually just bought 2 white twin bed sheets. That's good thick cotton quality. This one would be just perfect, and then they'll be kind of like overlapping on the backing. Anyway, so that one, look at the lily of the valley, isn't that just beautiful? Anyway, so that is a project. I might do the tablecloth first and then the curtains. I'm very excited about all these doilies. Like I said, I think now I have enough doilies and hankies and crochet doilies to finish. This one is beautiful too, and there was a couple of this one. There was 3 or 4 of this one. It just has a little rose here on the corner. This, if I could find this and a lot of them, this is exactly what I wanted, but I'll just have to work with what I have. But this is the idea that I had for my curtain from the beginning, but it will go on there, but it will be tied in with other hankies and doilies. And then this is just gorgeous. This is again just that little one with the rose, and this one is interesting. It has a crochet border, and then they did a cutout here and crocheted a little butterfly in. I think that's just so cute. And then again, this one is perfect for the curtain, and this I got for like a spine on a journal. Isn't this doily just beautiful? And a lot of these will go. This one is nice and thin. It will go on the doily, on the curtain. This one I'm gonna cut up. I've been finding a lot of these lately, and when I see them I buy them. So I'll separate the flowers from this and use the flowers for tags and things. This one is too bulky but beautiful, so this I will probably use on the cover of a journal. This is the front, yes. Look at how pretty it is. It just all needs to be washed. And again, this one, same thing. Beautiful flowers that I will cut out of here. And this will definitely go on the journal. It needs to be washed and ironed, but it's nice and big, so it will fill a big part of my 2 huge panels. And oops, and add some texture. And same with this one. It's a nice thin thread for crocheting. This is just for a little bit of color. Isn't that just pretty? If I cut this up for a journal or tags, this will go on a journal as well. Just love the texture of this one. It's just beautiful. And then this I wanted, because again I can take all of these flowers, separate them, and all of those little flowers, and I'll have a lot of each, because it's a nice big doily. And this one, and then I didn't find a lot of fabric, only these two, a little piece of this, but it went so well with this big piece with the writing on it. I just love this. Okay, on to other things. My friend bought me this pack. She just texted me and said, do you want it? I think she said she paid, let's start with the photos was $30, and I found photos last time as well, so now I'm very happy. There's a lot, I have a lot of photos. I can start using photos to my heart's content without, look at this one, just love it with the water. Oh, this one, look at how pretty she is. Anyway, I can use photos to my heart's content. I don't have to feel like I have to scan them. I'm just going quickly through these because there's a lot of them, and I did the same thing last week, so I can just start using them. They're just beautiful. That guy. Oh, look at this one. Oh, and she's just pretty. And then there was a couple of like 60s family photos. This one is an old one as well. This one is pretty too. And just again, I love these photos as well, even though they're not that old, but they are perfect to use. Look at this one. In your journals. These must be 2 older ones too if you look at the clothing. These all say 1963. Oh, look at this one. That is a cute one. And a couple of wedding photos. Doesn't say a date. And this guy with his dog. Oh, and I like this one with the, she looks so shy, the young girl. Anyway, there's lots of photos. Don't want to look at this one with her little stroller. This is precious too. Okay, the photos, and then she also found me this baggie with vintage cards. I couldn't get to the word. This is a grasshopper, and it says Merry Christmas. I don't know how the grasshopper gets to Merry Christmas, but we're not going to question that. I don't think this one is as old, but these are older. This one says, having a birthday, you can try to ignore it as much as you please, but gosh, don't, it makes you weak in the knees. I think it's just so cute. And it's one of those that fold open. Doesn't have a date on it. And then Easter. Oh, I love the inside, and again it's the ones that's kind of on a full sheet. And this Happy Easter, and this one is just gorgeous. This, and it opens up, and then it has the foil in the back, so you can see it through from the front. And this one too, but the foil only shows there, so I'm not so sure what the idea of the foil was. If there was maybe some ribbon or something through there, I'm not sure, but it's a beautiful card. The other thing I found was this baggie of scorecards. So it had this little booklet for bridge, and these are just great for collage pages. It was in the baggie. And then this canasta, it's just coming apart, but look at these scorecards here. It's nice and big to just pop in a pocket to write on, and this is actually very nice paper. It's not that kind of newspaper print. And then these three, I'm not sure. This says contract calculator for duplicate bridge. I don't know a thing about bridge, but it has like this, and I'm thinking this would just be beautiful to collage on, and or just put like gesso on it, and this will still show, and then add some flowers or birds or something on top. And there's the two blues and the yellow. And then it had this score pad. It says club match point recapitulation sheet. But anyway, just the one is written on, and the rest is empty. And because of the orientation, this makes for a perfect smaller page in your journal with lots of writing space. I don't know exactly what this is about, but it was in the baggie as well. But I think this is kind of cardstock and neat, and would make a good cover for a little notebook that you can pop in your journal. And these two. And okay, let's go on to the books. I found these 3 crochet books, and they are from Midway, California. 45 cents retail, but I don't see a date. Anyway, why I bought them was for these black and white images. I want to make envelopes from them. I saw my friend Camille, she made envelopes from these, and then you add flowers or things on the front, and it just looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that is why I bought these. They were in one baggie as well, and it's just the same thing. It's not the same book, even though it kind of looks like the images are exactly the same, but they're not. So I'll be taking those apart and making some envelopes. And then I found this, the big book of favorite songs for children, and it is coming apart, as you can see. Copyright 1951. It just has beautiful images to fussy cut. Like, look at all of this and these, and then the music is in color, so you can use those as backgrounds for tags or journaling cards. But just beautiful little images in here to fussy cut. Look at that. And this, isn't it just so pretty? I love it. Anyway, that is that one. And then these two, whenever I get music or find music that is this size, I usually buy it if it's not too fragile, because it can just go in as a page in a journal. And I just love these two covers to make like a one signature journal from, maybe. And then Candace, I found I hope Candace is watching. I found ideals. Candace from Candy Cane Create found a lot of ideals. I think 2 or 3 times in a row, and I was really jealous because I only found one, and she found I want to say boxes of them. It's just amazing. Anyway, Candace, I found ideals, 3 of them, and I don't see a year in here. Published 8 times a year. Volume 39. I have no idea. Anyway, it just has, if you haven't seen an ideals before, it has beautiful images in it, and it's usually like seasonal or a holiday related. The inside, this one is autumn, this one is Mother's Day. Again, no idea which Mother's Day, but I love that. And then it just has, it looks more 80s, 90s. It's not that old, but it's just pretty anyway. And this one is Easter, so now I have 3 that I can cut into and play with. 3 ideals. And then this one, oh, it's a big heavy book. I bought, honestly, for the cover, it's a Reader's Digest Encyclopedia of Plants and Flowers. Just look at this cover. It has a huge spine. I just think this is gorgeous. So for a gardening book or just an all sorts journal, this would be great for a year-long journal. There's enough room in here to add a lot of pages and big pages, so you can write and add photos and things to your heart's content. Thinking this might be my journal for next year. I do like the images in here, and they have that aged look. It is 1985, so not very old, but I do love the cover. That's why I bought it. And then, I mean, we're already in July. I should probably start thinking about making a journal for next year. I found this book, London, 100 years ago, and it just has beautiful, beautiful black and white images in it, and it's 1987, and I just love these photos. It's a nice thick paper, and I was thinking adding some slow stitching on the paper. That would be pretty. And it is bigger images, but you could easily use them as pages. Look at that, isn't it pretty? Yeah, so I only bought it for the black and white images. And there is images like this is 2 journaling cards done, and even if you cut this smaller or in 3/3, you have tags. Anyway, love it. And then I found 3 yearbooks. This one I don't think was that old, 1973. So, you know, 70s images with all these little photos, which if you glue them together makes really cute little dangles from your book or tabs for your journals. And this one is 51. So this one is older and much nicer. The photos and, you know, the hairstyles, just the overall look. Like these children, they don't look like children, they look like adults. It's just the way they dressed way back then. But yeah, there was some really nice vintage photos in the back. What's this? Certificate of Merit, Carol Miller. Okay, we'll use that as well. Anyway, and this one is even older. It is 49. And there's lots of little, but yeah, look at the photos and the hairstyles. I just love it. And look at these class photos. just a different way. If you look at how they dress, that's how they dress to school. It's totally different. Oh, that's a sad news clipping. Anyway, 1949. And then this little book was there, and I just couldn't leave it. It's coming apart. There's nothing left of it. I think it was like 50 cents. It wasn't a lot. I don't even think I paid $1 for it, but I just love how the green fabric is aged, and I can make an open spine journal with this and maybe paint on the cover. And then the pages inside is just beautiful. And it is, let's see if there's a date. Oh, it is 1865, so not too bad, even though it's falling apart. I think nice old papers. I was thinking the papers feel really nice. So yeah, coming apart, but still a treasure. And I found 2 Spanish books. It says Beginning Spanish, Cultural Approach, and this one 1963, and it's just like a handbook for school teaching you how to speak Spanish. And then this one is the same. I just love the cover. And this one is the same. I think this one was older, 1942. I just love this old school books. And what else do I have here? This one I honestly bought just for the cover. I just love this image here on the green and the brown. And the papers inside is not that great. It says 1929. But I do love this image on the front. And then I got this Ethan Allen, Treasury of American Traditional Interiors. And let's see if there's a date in here. No date in the Ethan Allen catalog, but just look at this. I mean, it's probably, what, 60s, 50s maybe, 60s? Maybe 70s, not sure. But yeah, very old catalog. Isn't this just to die for? Look at this couch. Oh my. Oh, and the yellow one. Oh, look at this one. Anyway, just fun stuff. And I found a, oh, if I can reach this book, another Chums. I have found a couple of them, so I might add these to my shop. This one is 1925, and it's just like a boy's own with all kinds of images, and it has that cheaper kind of paper. It's a little bit thicker than newspaper print, but it's that kind of print. There's something in color here. Yeah, so these books are just amazing. I love them. Anyway, Chums 1925. Last couple of things is this little book, How to Decorate a Cake. And it is from, is there a date here? No, I don't see a date, but I just love the cover. And just look at these pink pages, and it's the right size just to add into a journal. I think I would just use these as pages in a journal. And look at these color images here. So yes, I think this book I'll just take apart and add to a journal, and maybe use this cover as a little booklet to tuck in with a journal. And then this 100 beautiful pieces of furniture you can build. I love the dust jacket. This can make an interesting cover too. And it is 1950, but just look at these images in here. I just love it. It is so pretty. Look at that. Just adorable. Anyway, furniture you can build, that was from the 50s. And then these are just those Virginia Snow sweater book, 1924 edition. Wonder if this was just a reprint. Doesn't say if it's a reprint. It says 10 cents. I just love this, the pattern pieces of it. Could be 1924, I am not sure, but love it. And then this needlecraft. No, not needlecraft. Here's the needlecraft. Let's do the needlecraft because I said needlecraft. It's 50 cents, fall winter edition. And it is from, let's see if we can find, sometimes the dates for these are kind of hidden, but it is just beautiful. I don't see a date anywhere, so if you do see a date, let me know. I just love this. It is so pretty. Look at how nicely these pages has yellowed. These photos are beautiful. Look at the ladies here in the back. So then we'll go over to Smart New Woolies. And again, it's just a pattern book for knitting. It doesn't have a price in it, but I just love these photos. It's just beautiful. And it's nicely yellowed. Look at this. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll come back. Please go to some of the other channels that's participating in Thrifty Thursday, Thrifty Canucks, and Thrifted Treasures. I love Thursdays to see what everybody found on a specific week. It's always fun, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.